bother me. But then one day I was driving my little boy to school and I saw this quote by Walt Whitman. It was painted on the wall there. It said, "Be curious, not judgmental."
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what you have here tonight, boys. That's what you've earned here tonight.
Beyond the Bench with Brad Payne and Matt Briggins right here on 102.7 The Game.
Tonight, we skate with them. Tonight, we stay with them. And we shut them down because we can. Tonight, we are the greatest hockey team in the world.
It's Beyond the Bench, 102.7 The Game, brought to you by the Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Vic Evans with the two stars of the show, Brad Payne, Matt Briggins, and Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year. Yeah, it's been, we took a week off and feel like I haven't seen you guys forever.
I got like 7 texts, like, where's Beyond Bench? We're going to put up the episode. Sorry about that, but these guys.
That was on me more than anybody.
Well, I mean, you were up there busy running roughshod over the Lexington Catholic basketball holiday tournament.
It was fun.
Talk about that a little bit. You guys go up there. I would say probably the second most prestigious tournament in the state in the holidays, maybe behind the KOB, the King of the Bluegrass, which maybe you guys should have been invited to. But, that's another here nor there. But played some really good basketball teams and played some really good basketball.
We did. 4 ranked teams, if you're into that sort of thing. At least that's what we were told by the Lexington Herald. But 4 very, very, very good teams. I think the first game, the Woodford County team, was probably of the 4 teams we played, the least talented team, and they maybe gave us the best game overall. And everybody's battling it, so there's no excuses because everybody up there was in the same problem. But we had kids sick. We're all 3 on this sounding sick right now too, but it's all going around. So that's not an excuse, but it is something. It was real, and I think we got a little bit better, settled in, made some shots after the Caverna game. Caverna is very, very good, man. They're scary good.
What I really love, just watching a little bit of it, following online, looking at the stat sheet. You won a couple games where one game I think you went 3 of 16 from beyond the arc. You were forced to find different ways to win when you weren't hitting your shots, and that's a sign of a good basketball team.
It is, and we even played different teams that played different styles. Like Caverna's not really in a big hurry as much as you would think with the talent that they have.
I think they should be in a bigger hurry.
They should, and they're not. They try to grind out games, which, whatever. I'm glad they do. But and then North Laurel, little bit different type tempo with them too. They like to zone you and slow you down and make things a half court game. And they played right into our hands because that's when we got to shooting it well. But Boyd County. Watch out for them.
Get them down the floor and shoot the lights out of it.
Nothing bothers them mentally. They are the absolute Webster's Dictionary definition of next play. Nothing bothered them. No matter what we did to them, it never bothered them. And I noticed after we won the other night, they played. I think the very next night or maybe last night. I don't know. All my days are messed up. They went on and hit 23s and scored 96 points against somebody. They are legit. They're for real. I think they're in the 16th, right, with Ashland. If they get past Ashland, they're a team that you can watch out for. They
could be dangerous.
The Spurlock kid gets all the ink. He's not the straw that stirs the drink. It's the Payne kid at point guard.
Another one of your kids that you don't know about?
If it is, I should have started paying on him because the ROI on that one, could be nice.
And then maybe winning the third most important tournament throughout the state, the Canty Dairy Queen Classic. I mean, that is a big one. You guys, well, I mean, it's a sponsor. You got to do what you got to do.
It was. I mean, Canty did a great job with our hospitality room and stuff. And no, we won 3 games at it. Had some local teams, Whitesville Trinity, Hancock County, and Hart County came in, and we were sick. We were out 2 starters our first game, and ended up winning by 20, 22, something like that. And then, but the whole week we were kind of banged up and got out of a little bit out of rhythm. Didn't play our best, but we won all 3 games by about 20 plus. So sitting at 10-1 right now. We just got to get healthy. We got Muhlenberg Tuesday. So that's going to be a big game. And not to overshadow, we got Union County Saturday. We got to travel down to Union County in that dungeon of a gym.
Yep.
It's just a terrible gym and just a terrible drive, and I don't know why I scheduled it. But no, we're playing well. I mean, Ryan Durham is scoring at a high clip. He had 27. He had 27 against Whitesville, and you didn't even know he had 27.
Yeah, I mean the way he's playing.
Trouble and had 27.
You know, we called the game against Apollo, and I thought the level he's taking his game from last year to this year is totally different. And he scores. I think sometimes in the past he was a scorer that was kind of a volume shooter.
No,
now he's just a legit efficient scorer.
Dude, he is super efficient. It's very efficient 27. And then Manny Suarez has been playing really well. I mean,
his game's coming along.
I mean, the other night he had 16 points, 11 rebounds, 6 blocks, 4 steals, and 2 assists. And that's a solid game. I mean,
it's a triple-double waiting to happen, isn't it?
And so he's really starting to. It's a different game over there in Puerto Rico when you come to here. People don't understand how physical it is in the state of Kentucky. It's more physical in the state of Kentucky than it is in Illinois than it is in Indiana. It's a physical brand of basketball. There's no freedom of movement.
I was going to say Indiana. Indiana high school basketball is still played of Bob Knight in the motion offense, and so you get freedom of movement. Where if you go to cut down the lane and you bump or you knock them off here, they call fouls. I
think you should have freedom of movement.
Yeah,
and so, but it's a physical game. But he's really played well. So I mean, we're playing well. But it's after Christmas. It's another season. It really is.
It is.
I mean, you got more district games. You can't be complacent. I think it's a 2-horse race right now with Grayson and Davis. And then there's teams that are fighting for that 3rd spot. And then when you get in a regional tournament, what you really want is you want Grayson and Davis to be on one side of the bracket. And then your hope is that you can get in the championship game. You have a good shooting night.
Yeah, it's just a one-game situation.
AA will roll on some players, and they'll be ineligible. So, that's what you're hoping for. So,
especially if they don't live in the city that they attend school at.
Oh, really?
That would kill you.
Oh, you're talking about our guys?
Yeah. Not mine. All of mine are legit.
They all live in the
New Hartford Road.
New Hartford.
Yeah.
Y'all got this one apartment complex, or is it?
I don't know, but they all live in our district. Unlike a lot of people that live in this 3rd region. But
yeah,
that's a whole nother segment.
There it is.
But no, I will. I mean, like the 3rd region's solid this year. It really is. And
there's a lot of teams that
on any given night can beat one of the top 2.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's not, I mean, I know he's saying it tongue in cheek but it is true right now. Right now it looks like it's a 2-horse race.
It is.
And it is. And the talent disparity is there's 2 teams, and then it goes down to there's a spot, there's a gap there in between that 3rd. But at the Sports Center against a team like Ohio, and I'm not just saying it because he was there. They're shooting it well. We're not. It doesn't matter what kind of talent you have.
I know a few years ago when you thought you were going to get the district rematch of 2015 where you had Owensboro and Apollo, and Apollo had beat them. Meade County shows up at the Sports Center, hits like 19 threes, and goes off and runs it.
Like the year
so it's possible.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, I can't remember, 2 years ago maybe, we were undefeated, or 3 years ago, we were undefeated in the region. Ohio County was. And then Jai Webb transfers to Owensboro, and we run into Muhlenberg shot probably 80% from 3-point line. We get upset in the district finals. Then we draw Owensboro, first round of the region. The 2 best teams are playing, and that was the regional championship game right there. And Owensboro beats us by 5, and they end up winning the region. So, you just don't know how things are going to play out. But Davis County and Grayson are definitely playing at a high level, and So it's going to be fun though, but they're going to be tough to knock off for sure.
Am I completely wrong when I say that John Moss is the Mr. Basketball of this state, that he is the best player in the state of Kentucky?
Should be.
I mean, every time that I say it, I feel like I'm overly biased, and I am, and I inflate who he is, what he is, and what he's done. I'm sure I do. I have since he was in second grade, but I don't know what more. I mean, obviously the season's not over. We're not even close to it being over. But at this point, if it stopped right now, I don't know what more he could do for a team.
I think what I'm so amazed by for him, and you can speak about this, like you said, you've known him since he was, I don't know, was second grader or whatever, and him and Caden have been buddies forever and ever and ever. But not many times do I see a player that is as good as he is. That is, he is a leader, and maybe on the floor he's vocal leader, but it's more of a leader by, like, he's a very soft-spoken kid. I mean, it's all about the team and this, and he doesn't talk a lot, he doesn't say a whole lot, but I guess in the locker room it's got to be a little bit different. Is it more in the locker room with the team aspect that he's more of a vocal leader?
He's a little bit more vocal in practices, like. It's the preparation with him, and he'll get a kid off to the side and be like, "Look, you've got to shoot that shot or I'll find you here." Very humble, very unselfish. He does lead by example, though, and that and almost a little bit to a fault. Like, he's going to have to change that. He's got to get more vocal when he goes to the next level and plays in college. He's got to be the coach on the floor, and he's got to direct and be a little bit more vocal, but.
I always said that teams can be really, really good when your best player is also your hardest worker, and I doubt you guys have anybody that outworks him.
I've never been around anybody that in basketball, period, alone. 27 years of coaching, I've never been around anyone that works harder than he does off the floor.
I don't know if
off of practice. Sorry.
I don't know if you know this. We talked about this on Live at 5 on Tuesday, our last end of the year show. And we talked about the top 10 stories of the year. But I don't know if you know this. I think right there in the honorable mention was I was talking to Kellyanne Harris, and they had a safe house in Ohio County that was for sale. Things are going so well.
I mean,
there's a safe house for sale.
Best record in the region.
It's the one that was compromised by. I have two. It was the one compromised by Lionel. Yeah, I finally put it on the market.
Okay, is that what it was?
I may need to.
I still have one.
Okay,
yeah.
I knew
all
things.
it takes is a couple losses in a row.
That's what
I was going to say, it's Ohio County,
Things
man.
can go sideways
in
quick
a heartbeat
at Hartford.
Yeah.
I mean, you can either need your safe house, or the principal may call a practice that you don't know about.
Those guys can
those
turn
things
on you
happen
there.
real quickly over
there.
Yeah.
How was your Christmas, Briggins?
Well, my whole family was sick, so.
Did you actually have a present lined up for your wife?
So,
unlike your birthday, her birthday.
I killed it.
You did?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
Did
had
all
her.
deliveries get made and everything?
Oh, you did all the what now?
Sorry, deliveries. I know you were.
Everything got in, but one backpack of my son's didn't get in. But all her gifts it was great. It was thought out gifts. Her gifts for me were atrocious. It was a bag.
But you said that
a bag of candy, some socks, undershirts that I won't wear. I only wear a certain kind.
So does she ask you? Hey, what do you want? And then, of course, you'll do the same thing that every man does. I don't care.
I don't care. I told her not to give me anything. Don't waste the money. And then she got me a quarter. Like I need another quarter zip, a Nike quarter zip from Academy. I'm gonna take that back. So
it was throwing his wife under the bus here on New Year's.
He said it. He said it before. She's a terrible.
Now my
gift
mom
giver.
asked me for some gifts. I gave her some Hey Dudes I wanted that I already have a pair of them. I like them so much I wanted another pair.
Yep.
And then this is how bad, when you're getting old and you don't really need anything. I wanted one of those battery, like a plastic battery case where I could put like all my batteries in, like AA, AAA, C's. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God!
A battery organizer. That's what I got. That was probably my favorite gift.
He'll be getting
I'll probably put my batteries in there.
He'll get a pocket organizer before long.
Is that bad?
Oh, he'll have his damn cell phone clipped on his belt. Yes, you will.
I'll never clip a cell phone on my belt. I promise you that.
How'd the Christmas go with the girls?
It was great.
I mean, how much did you spoil them?
It's
probably ungodly.
It is. It really is. And I don't care. I don't anymore.
You can't take it with you?
Nah. I don't. They deserve it. I think they do. But the boys make fun of me because they're like, this is, I mean, it's become comical to them now because they're like,
where was this?
Got nothing like this. And I'm like, I told you all 1,000 times I love them more than I love you.
I think we get too much stuff as like a nation. I think we're
without a doubt.
spoiled beyond belief. Like,
What I wonder is if everyone cut back, which I know is impossible, but everyone, what would it do to the economy? I'm being serious. It would. Like,
Right,
I think we have to keep that up, though.
The one thing that and I loved Reagan, but the one thing is it is a buyer's economy where the whole thing runs on people buying stuff and living beyond their means.
We have to, and we have to perform in December, or we're cooked as an economy, in the economy.
But see, that's the. Well, never mind. I was getting ready to go.
They depend on
I was getting ready to go on a tangent, but it was about women staying at home. But I don't want to get that crowd.
No,
Don't
don't
start
that.
I don't want to start
It's
the
a
new
new
year,
year,
off that
man.
way. But the reason people had to work 2 jobs or multiple jobs or both people had to work because the amount of money that we spend.
Yes.
Like, I mean, look at all the streaming services we have and the cell phones and it's just insane.
Hold on. People got upset they had to pay $40 for cable, and now they're paying for $127 to get the same stuff they had when it was all under one.
It's way worse.
Yeah.
And I gotta have them. I mean, like, I was sick. I watched stuff on Garth Brooks. I watched Paradise on Hulu. I mean, I was watching TV for about 5-6 days.
And we talked about this. We've got a new for those people that are waiting on this. We've got new conspiracy theories coming.
Right.
I guess sometime this year.
Yeah,
but
Garth Brooks will be headlining that one.
Yeah, we're gonna.
The Garth Brooks one's, man.
He's a serial killer.
He is.
There's no other way around it.
There's 2 serial killers I know of right now. One of them is Garth Brooks. The other is Kurt Signetti.
He is. Kirk Sinetti has some bodies buried somewhere. There is
the way
no
he
doubt.
stares, the way he
In
stares
our text message group, I asked you, how much cottage cheese does he eat a day? What was your answer?
A gallon.
A gallon a day.
And that's only serial killers could do that without throwing them up.
I mean, he is definitely. Did you see?
He just
Did you see
stares
what he-
into the atmosphere.
Did you see him grab the mic and said, Hoosiers did that?
Listen,
It's not
dude's
right.
nuts.
It's not right.
I will say this though: the guy can
coach.
flat coach. I got to
coach.
ask you because you've been big on this all year. We now realize why they have to get multiple teams of the SEC into the college football playoffs every year,
Overrated
so they can
conference.
play with each
Who's
other
been
against
saying
each
that all
other.
year?
They are overrated.
Who's been saying it all year?
You
This
have.
guy right here.
Right.
I'm so sick of the SEC biased. It is ridiculous.
Once again, Bama was the first team to lose a conference a championship game, not drop, because they couldn't drop them. You couldn't put Notre Dame in ahead of them because of the SEC bias, and Bama got absolutely embarrassed and rolled by Indiana. You go back and look.
Look at their bowl record.
Well, it's
atrocious.
It's awful.
And I get so sick of Kentucky fans every single year. Well, my God, if we were in the ACC and y'all are in the SEC, the records would be flipped. No, it wouldn't. That argument is I'm so tired of that argument. You got Will Stein. You're all excited about it. Enjoy it right now because he'll be on his way out in 3 years.
I don't know about
Kentucky
that.
fans.
I
Yeah,
will
he
say this.
He'll be doing a remake of Wicked, one of those little munchkins on there.
Here's what they do. They overrate all the teams, so
Wizard
they're
of
ranked.
Oz.
They
Wizard
get
of
like
Oz, there you
9
go.
teams in the top 25. So when they beat each other, it's a top 25
That's what I've
loss.
been saying.
It doesn't hurt you as bad.
Starts with
go
the
look
preseason
at
rankings,
right. Go look
which
at
is dumb.
who Missouri beat and Tennessee beat. Any team they played that was any good, they lost all year long and stayed in the top 25.
Yes.
Losses
But Notre Dame,
don't
it
hurt.
happens with Notre Dame too, though.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, it does.
No, they
Notre
dropped-
Dame.
they
Notre
dropped
Dame is
tremendously every time they lost.
Notre Dame
No.
is highly overranked every year because they're Notre Dame.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy.
Little bit.
They are.
Absolutely
Okay,
crazy.
first of all,
old
preseason-
Notre Dame. Hold on. Brian Kelly's Notre Dame? Yes.
Preseason
not
rankings
Marcus Freeman.
are pathetic
It's
because no
stupid.
one knows.
No, you get a whole new team.
And let me add one more. Well, it's multifaceted on this Indiana thing because we're really high on Signetti and IU and
Rightfully
as well
so.
we should be, right? Like, man, the guy has done a great job. This is what NIL can do for you when you get it right.
Yes.
Their
Okay.
NIL is not the highest, though.
It's
even
not,
close.
but
No, but
Cuban-
it's really done well.
Cuban
It's
has set them up for life.
yes,
Essentially,
it's in the
to where
top.
it
It's
just-
going to be in the top 5 all the time.
But let me say this: he is a great coach, and coaching matters. Like, believe
Maybe
me,
in football more than any other sport.
agree wholeheartedly. I was about to say that, but let me also say this: we don't ever hear from this guy if he doesn't have players. Bad coaches can still win. Bad players can't win.
That's true.
I assure you that. And
110%.
there's a lot. I can name a 1,000, and it would hurt a bunch of people's
A
feelings
lot of
right here
coaches
to
that
watch
can
it
win
right
with
now.
really good players. They're
Yes,
bad coaches.
that are bad coaches.
110%.
I've sat there and been beat by them.
They chase. Oh, I have too. It's especially on the Well, on the girls' side, it hurts worse.
I'm telling you, bad coaches can still win.
Yes, and it's about Jimmy's and Joe's.
Yes.
But good coaches with good players win national titles.
That's what I'm. And here you are with IU. Yeah, there's where the separation
Like
is.
DeBoer, how you say his name?
DeBoer.
He's not a. Listen, let's just get this. He's not a bad coach.
He's not.
He's a good coach. But here's the deal: he is not a Nick Saban. He is not a Kurt Signetti, and so that's why you're not seeing that dominance. You know what I'm saying? He is not that guy. It's like I think Mark Pope is a good coach. He'll never be a Rick Pitino.
No,
right.
No.
Won't.
Well, the SEC stopped winning national titles when everybody else got to pay players too. Let's just be honest.
No, there's a lot of truth to that.
I mean, though there's an absolute truth to that. And if you look back at that stretch when they had the BCS series and they won like 11 straight national titles, there were a lot of times they should not been in the final game, but was because they never penalized SEC teams like they did other teams for losses. And they want to pump their chest. They won the national. Well, you only put 2 teams in, and you put whatever. You didn't get they shouldn't have been in there first place. Just like Alabama should not have been in the playoffs this year. They shouldn't have. Period.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. I do think
you got blown out by a team that finished like 8th in the ACC and had a losing record in Florida State. You barely beat Auburn. You got blown out by Georgia. No, you shouldn't have been.
But let's just say this, like Miami winning and stuff. I don't think people understand this. Miami, your Georgia Tech, your Louisville, even though Louisville also had 3 losses, your Louisville they're better teams than what people think.
Oh, they really are. They're without a doubt.
And here's the other thing too that's not talked about, and I don't know what the process is on it, but the conference scheduling is so critical.
Right, and so the conferences have gotten so big.
Louisville got screwed on the conference scheduling. They had their buys early. They went a big, long stretch where they had no buys in a tough conference span, had injuries. You never can heal your guys. So that's why you got like a Duke playing in the conference championship. You look at Texas' SEC schedule, it was weak as all get out. So
Texas A&M was really bad. They played everybody.
So
their 7 wins were off the bottom 7 teams.
So everybody says we need to have more conference games, 9. I think we need to have less and have more crossover and play between conferences. No, who's the best team?
What they need to do is go more into NFL style and get away from the conferences and revenue share and get divisions, a Northeast, a Southeast, and then you get 9 teams. And they all 8 play each other, so you get a true conference champion, as opposed to like 2 years ago, Texas played nobody in the SEC, got to the college football playoffs because they didn't play anybody. Yeah. This year it was kind of A&M who, on their conference schedule, played the worst of the SEC teams. And so, the same thing with Ohio State. Look at Ohio State's schedule and tell me who they beat.
Yeah.
Other than Texas, the first game of the year.
I'm dying on the hill of expanding this thing and getting your group of 5s to play into the. Oh,
I think it needs to go to 16.
You gotta have 16 teams.
Now, other than Indiana, up until Indiana won, of course, today, because we're recording today because of my Kentucky Wesleyan stuff I have to do. The teams with the bye gone 0-6,
right?
Where they were off an entire month playing somebody that just played like 8 days
we're
ago.
We're talking while Georgia's playing and they're up 9 right now.
Right. Do you feel like that those teams losing, these bye teams getting beat the way they are and have been, that you're better off to go to 16 and have everybody play the first round?
That's why you have to have 16.
And so everybody's on the same playing field, except the ones that are playing in, are getting, but I think
the only way the bye helps is if they so last game of the season, conference championship game, right?
Yep.
Then they play the first round of the playoffs the very next week, and then you have a bye. The bye actually would help then to kind of regroup those guys. But the way they're doing the bye now, it hurts.
It does.
It hurts those teams.
You truly get some rust.
Yeah, it really does. But the NCAA, they screw everything up. This NIL, like Isaac Brown's went to the portal and he's probably going to go to Texas.
Oh no, you said that 4 weeks ago.
And I noticed that he put on his Twitter thing, "Do not contact." So he's already made his mind.
There's 2 things I want to say to some people because people lose their mind out here and it gets on my nerves. So we got people saying like Deuce Adams is in the portal too.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't we play Deuce? And we played what's his name, Miller Moss, who's terrible. Don't get me wrong, but these people that say we should be playing these guys, you're not at practice. You don't know. Shut up.
Right.
You've never seen them play. The second thing is people are like, Pay Isaac Brown the money. Pay him the money. Well, here's the deal. When you got to put a roster together, you're not going to waste $4 million on a running back.
Can't.
Just look at the NFL.
Yep.
Look where running backs are drafted compared to other players. It is like you need to have a general manager, and roster construction is so important in college football right now.
It's got to be
the most important thing.
It's not a GM. You got to go get NFL style GMs that has to deal with the salary cap because that's what you're under.
You got to use that NIL. So you got to say you got to replace 3 starting linemen. I would rather spend my NIL money on that than $4 million on a running back. When you got a host, I mean, running backs are a dime a dozen.
Speaking of NFL, we do have to give him his props. He did win the Live at 5 Beyond the Bench Fantasy Football League. Comes from behind. Comes from behind at the very end.
I haven't either.
I got people owe money.
So will you?
I'm not paying.
No, you're paying his money. No, you're paying his.
I'll get you the money.
But listen, we had an agreement though. Remember?
No, yeah, we split it.
So
we chopped it
before the game. Was like, we're just going to chop this pot in half. But listen, he had a huge lead on me. He had 30 going into the last day, and I had Bijan. And I was like, man, there's a chance he could go off.
And he does.
Sure enough, he
does. Yeah. Bijan beat me by like 6 points.
I mean, he's just common.
No, we did get together beforehand and decided to chop
ran.
it.
I'm so disappointed in the league
because you got beat.
Probably, but I mean, it's probably because it was poorly ran.
No, it was great. I mean,
Any other league, I win.
Because you didn't get in the playoffs. Because you won a league where everybody gets a trophy.
I'm gonna give you this. Even if I'd gotten in, I think I looked at like last week's scores, and I tried when we started talking about it last week. I got back on there and reset my lineup. Like Allen has played terrible.
Yeah,
Josh Allen has played terrible. So I don't think I would have won anyway.
No, you wouldn't have. That's why you weren't in the playoffs.
Right.
Before we go to break, these guys want to tell you about Bulls, Bands, and Barrels.
Saturday, we've been talking about that thing.
It was Saturday, January 10th.
I won't be
It's
here.
not just your granddad's rodeo. You've got bands, you've got bullfighting, you got bull riding, all kinds of things here.
Tournament.
Volleyball tournament. There you go. Barrel racing, freestyle bullfight. I want to see you bullfight. You know,
what are you with the Olay thing?
No. That's like that's when you ride the horse and you like slide off and you grab him by the horns and he's spinning down and
you gotta fight him.
Well, you don't fight him. You gotta you tackle him.
That sounds terrible.
So I would be on I'd be on a horse.
Yeah,
and I would
you
just
ride
drop
up beside of him and you slide off your horse where you grab him.
Yes. I can ride a horse, and B, I would pummel a bull.
You grab the bull by the horns and you put your feet down and then you spin and turn your neck.
I grab a bull by the horn quite a bit, boys. I grab a bull by the horns quite a bit.
When these guys come back, they'll get the Canty Dairy Clean list. We're going to get these guys New Year's resolutions.
Only one. We did that last year, and he was the only one that had one that stuck through the whole time.
Really? I don't remember. Oh, you got to talk. There you go.
I remember it.
It's Beyond the Bench, brought to you by the Green River Area Federal Credit Union, 1027 The Game.
Oh, my God.
It's Beyond the Bench, 1027 The Game, brought to you by the Green River Area Federal Credit Union. And before we get to our Canty Dairy Queen list, Brad, you're going to tell us about your great partners at Hawkins Abney. I think they were the first ones to jump on board.
They were. Thank God they're staying with us. Hawkins Abney PLLC is a full-service architectural firm. Founded in 2022, providing design services for academic, business, healthcare, hospitality, industrial, and mercantile projects across the state. They're located in Beaver Dam, so give Jeremiah or Kyle a call at 270-363-2235.
Yeah, but that's the great partners. We couldn't do what we do here. And another one is Canty Dairy Queen. It's not any Dairy Queen. It's Canty Dairy Queen, New Hartford Road, Ohio County High School. Did you have something you're looking for there, guys?
I wrote my resolution.
Ohio County High School, and we'll get to our Canty Dairy Queen list. Talk about New Year's resolution. Now, before we get to your best ones, you had one you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Last year, you guys talked about this, and you said that there was one that Brad Payne that made it throughout the entire year.
All our resolutions basically failed but one. And
you remember everybody's that we did last year?
I remember them. I went back and listened to the show.
There you go.
So Bradley had one, and he didn't get talked about enough, which should have. He said this time last year, that he wanted to be a better recruiter.
I don't remember saying that.
I think mission accomplished.
There you go.
That was his goal. He said he didn't feel like he recruited well enough the year before, wanted to be a better recruiter in the 25-26 season, and I think it showed. I think that his that resolution really held strong, and he followed through on that.
I'll give you a rebuttal.
I don't remember saying that.
I do. Got it on air. Look it up.
But I will say that we've been blessed. You know, being a destination school was not part of my New Year's resolution, because I think it's solidified now that we are truly a destination school. And so I'm not going to make that a resolution, because those things have come true. And I guess those are just prayers answered and hard work has paid off.
All right, well, let's get to your number. Let's go to number 3 on your list. You have 3 or you have 4?
I got 3.
He's got 7.
You have how many? You have 3. Okay,
I was told.
I did it right.
Let's go to number 3 on your list is of New Year's resolutions for this year, that when we look back in January of 2027, we'll see if these held up at all.
Well, this is going to be really difficult for me, this one, and I really want to try to strive to do this. Okay. I just don't see it happening, but I'm going to really try hard. I want to quit making fun of all the delusional, idiotic UK fans out there. There's a bunch of idiots.
Scratch it.
I got to get it out of my system right now. Y'all are all a bunch of idiots.
It's already January. It's already 2026,
no,
so you
really
can't start.
Though. No, but you're delusional. You're really excited about football. You won't be in about a year and a half. Basketball, Pope, maybe a couple more years, he'll be gone. You'll be trying to bring Patino back and Adolph Rupp from the grave. And so my goal is that I got it all out of my system. I'm not going to make fun of you guys, okay? You can't help yourself. You just can't. That
one's not going to hold water.
I think it will.
I don't.
I'm going to try.
I think next week at this time we'll have to
be
X
back.
that one off. We'll have to exit
Listen,
off.
I root for UK women's basketball and volleyball. I just can't root for them in football and basketball. Like, I don't totally hate UK.
They really
They're playing
dropped the
LSU
ball
right now
on
in
the
UK women's
volleyball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
the
that bothered me.
Yeah,
they didn't play well.
Because they were playing well.
And then
going into
one of their best players went to the portal and went to Louisville.
Yeah, it wasn't.
really?
It wasn't a starter though.
Oh, it wasn't?
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah. Right. How about number 3 on your list?
I want to read more. I really do.
Oh, God.
I need to. And number 1, I think my vision is that's the only sense that I have left. What of the senses? I don't want to get your little qualms in now on the sense part of it, but like I don't smell, can't taste real well, don't hear. I don't want to hear
anything.
Ever since COVID, I got it a couple times, and I don't smell or taste real well anymore. But I don't care about that. Like, my vision is important to me, obviously, and I don't like that I can't see up close like I used to.
Glasses help that.
But I don't want to go there.
Okay, all right. So
and I think it's because
we're
I've gotten
stubborn
lazy.
on your list.
Yes, I think I've gotten lazy and not. But I do want to say this and this may rub some people the wrong way, but I know you two well enough to know that this is something that I can actually be proud of. About 8 years ago, and I've got the app here to prove it, I did set out a New Year's resolution to make sure that I read the Bible every year in its entirety. Mm-hmm. For 400, I'm going to make sure that I check and double check on it. For 413 straight weeks perfectly, 413 straight weeks I've read the Bible.
That's not bad.
You think it would show up in your everyday life?
Yeah. Did you see the
You
thing?
don't know how much it has. Did you think how bad it
I
could
was going to
be?
say, the no telling what would be said on this show. But I don't know if you saw on social media where the grandfather
He stole mine.
read the Bible and recorded it and gave it to his grandkids in his
Oh, I love
voice.
that.
I thought that was unbelievable. Like I would love, my pop,
Yep.
what we call
Yes.
it pop, to be able to go back, or even my dad, because I think when you lose a parent, the hardest thing for people my age, because it was a lot of it before phone,
Yep.
is the first thing you forget is
Remembering
what does
the
his voice sounds like.
Yep.
Now I've got some old DVD, or CD player. We got a cassette. I got to go find a VCR to put them in. But that's what the first thing I forgot was, man, I cannot remember what his voice sounded like.
One of my best buddies bought me the Rosary dictated by Vince Scully
Wow. I mean,
to listen to.
I need to hear that.
That's awesome.
For me, number 3, real easy. I want to give Breaking Bad a new shot. I can't get past episode 3 because the first 3 episodes are so terrible.
Really? They're slow.
And I will say this, for me, a show's got to grab my attention immediately or I can't watch it.
I agree.
Everybody talks about how good Breaking Bad is, and
It really
I've
is.
only watched like 2 episodes because they were so bad I turned it off.
I think Sopranos is the only thing. I know we've talked about this in our list before. Sopranos was the only thing that I maybe put that in front of. But it's and I don't watch a lot of shows.
You got to watch Justified.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, that's one you
good.
got to go. Give me number 2 on your
Well,
list.
I mean, you kind of stole my thunder because number 2 for me is I want to read my Bible and do my devotionals more regularly, and especially with my kids, because I've really gotten away from it. And when I don't do my devotions or read my Bible, I can tell a difference, or pray like I should.
Yep.
I can tell a huge difference because I know this is a radio show, but our faith is important to us.
Yep.
It's very important to me.
It is.
And
Joke
there's
around a
reason,
lot, but
there's a reason that
it's-
Bible has stood the test of time, and what's in the Bible, if you live by that, it'd make this whole world a lot better place.
Yeah.
And that's for sure. So that's really something I really want to do, and I love the idea of recording, reading the Bible.
I know.
That's one of the coolest things I've
I
heard.
saw that. I saw it
really
on
is.
social media,
That's awesome.
and it was a Christmas gift. I don't remember
something
how
I
many
wanna do.
grandkids he had, if he had another copy, but he gave each one of his grandkids a copy of him reading the Bible from. I always said I want to sit down and read it from start to finish.
Yep.
And you start reading it, and then all those begottens got really tough to get through on
Oh, it
page
does.
2.
It does.
It's hard once you get through some of them.
But I thought that was just an unbelievable
That
gift.
is.
I
That
love
is.
Well, I
it.
mean, just think about it. If you took the Bible and just made a movie from the beginning to the end, it'd be one of the coolest movies ever.
Yep.
I mean, there's some really cool stories in there.
Oh,
battles and
without a
fights
doubt.
and, yeah.
Without a doubt.
But go ahead.
Number 2 for you on your New Year's resolutions.
We were great. We, meaning Natalie and I, were great at this. Post-COVID, all the way up until probably about a year or 2 ago, at really panning out some charities and really working hard. And we even kind of flirted with starting our own 401c. And I didn't realize how hard it is to start a nonprofit.
I mean, you can start a healthcare company up in Minnesota and do real well.
Or
Yes.
Madisonville.
That one. Yeah, I don't know that anybody would donate to it in Madisonville.
Yeah, you can't get into
Yeah,
Madisonville.
those nonprofits, I'm not
Is it
sure.
dried up in Madisonville?
Well, at least the donation part
Yeah,
has to be.
there is
Yeah.
no donations in Madisonville.
If you want
for
your tire
Brad Payne.
slid, you go ahead
I'm
and
just
bring
talking
mine
about
down
Talon.
there.
Is Talon dried up in Madisonville?
I'm not really interested in going down there, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think there's anybody. Anyway, listen, I'm trying to get back into the
Right, there you
nonprofit.
go. There you go.
Charities, we need to give more. We have been blessed financially. We're certainly not wealthy by any means of imagination, but we need to do better. And it starts with me. I need to give back more. And I try to do it from time to time. I remind myself, I'll see something St. Jude's or something like that, and I'll give, but it's got to be more consistent.
We're starting to get a nicer, softer side of Bradley
Well,
Payne.
they won that tournament down there.
Is
so
that
he's
what
in
it
a
is?
good
Is that
mood.
what it is?
If they lose a couple, he'd be
Yeah.
back to normal.
I'll throw all those St. Jude's envelopes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 2 for me, I guess it's just, to me, it's all about, managing my time better. Because I get very busy with radio and with everything that we do here at Cromwell Media, and it's always about, and I think it's just funny, it's always about my 2 granddaughters and my son, looks at me sometimes and is like, well, when I was growing up, it was all about you coaching, and you didn't manage that time very good.
Right.
I think I just think that the way sons and daughters are just different than your granddaughters.
It
And
is.
you're going to find this out. And if you think the boys look at the girls and be like, well, look it's totally
Wait till you
different.
get to the grandchildren.
When you get to the grandkids. So making sure I set time around. I've done a pretty good job. My son was nice enough to get me a PlayStation for Christmas. I don't know
Nice.
why. He got me I hadn't had a PS5. Like, I hadn't had a PlayStation since, like, the first college football when it stopped.
Right.
All right. He surprises me with a PS5, and I made this rule that when, the girls are at our house, and they're there, for the nights that we have them, there is no PlayStation being played. It's
Yep.
all about them. And
Yep.
because, I don't, it's all about them. So, just kind of keep working on that and making sure I make time for them
Yeah.
and do things of that nature. And let's get to your number one resolution.
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a fat ass.
We had to cut both mics.
I know.
I didn't know if you knew that or not, but so my goal is to get healthier, to lose weight, but a healthy way. I'm not going to do the shots because I know a lot of people have success with the shots. 10 years from now, you don't know what it's going to. We don't know.
Nope.
We just die. And if that's what you like to do
That
your
short
thing.
term is just not quite.
But I have sleep apnea, overweight.
How's the blood pressure and
Blood
the sugar
pressure's-
levels?
So my blood pressure, I went to the doctor. I mean, it was freaking through the roof. And she's like, "Are you taking your lisinopril?" I was like, "No, I haven't taken it about 5 months." She goes, "Why not?" "Well, I haven't gone to the doctor to get my refill." And so I got my refill of that. I've taken it 2 nights in a row. I don't know what I'm going to do about the sleep apnea. The only
Do you
thing
not have a machine?
I do. I can't. I did it for a year, and then I fight the cords, and it's just a mess. I just want to punch it every night.
It's dangerous not to use those
I know.
things.
So my only option, I'm not putting that Inspire in there and let the government hack into me.
God
I'm
almighty.
not doing that. So the only thing
They're
that
not in sleep apnea machines.
they could be.
Could.
You got an electronic device in your chest. They wanted to shut me down. They could do it.
I wish I had control of
You
it.
get a dang liberal in there. I'd be one of the ones shut down.
I'd
When you
absolutely
went
shock
to-
the
You
crap
would.
out of
when
you.
you went to your sleep study, how many times when you got
Did
your
you die?
results back?
It
No,
was
how many
bad.
times
It
you?
was like 70.
I was gonna say because I remember this when I went and did mine. I had sleep
God
apnea
almighty.
too, and so mine was when they were at the hospital. You go there,
Yeah,
you
mine
get there
was
like
take
at 6
home.
o'clock. I had to go in there, and you get in there, and they hook you up to all these machines. And luckily, it was during the Major League playoffs, and like the Dodgers and Reds were playing. There was like 2 games, and so they were playing really late.
Yeah.
So I was able to watch that as I rolled off to sleep. And I got up in the morning, and I was asking with the guys, I was like, hey, can you tell me the results? He's like, you get with your doctor, he'll tell you the results. I was like, can you tell me how many times I anything? He's like, well, I will tell you, you stopped breathing 71 times.
Mine was in the 70s.
And I said, for the night, that doesn't seem very bad. He
No,
said
per hour.
And I was like, when am I breathing in?
That was mine. I averaged 70 an hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think
So-
about that.
So here's my only
Well,
option.
that truly, when are you?
You're not breathing.
You're not. That's why you never get into REM sleep, because what happens is you stop breathing,
And it kicks you back into cycle
and then it kicks
one.
you back into cycle 1 because your body has to wake up and say, "Hey, dummy, breathe."
breathe.
And that's why you don't have any energy. That's why you got to drink caffeine and all that stuff. And you lose weight while you sleep, too. So here's the thing. Here's my options. I'm not doing Inspire. Government, don't trust them. I can't do the sleep apnea machine. This is just a night. I mean, just think about having a mask on here. It's just,
my nostrils are so small. I had to do the full face
do
mask.
too.
I felt like
I would have
I was
a
an
hard time.
I feel
F1
like I was
pilot.
Darth Vader. And
Yeah.
then, so my only option is this. There's only one chance I got, and that's to lose weight.
There you go.
But
And I can do it. I mean, I can do it really
as
fast.
a coach and being in athletics
So
and stuff
hard
like that.
right now.
It is like I hate excuses, and you always hear me say this is not an excuse. I say it about our team a lot. This is a darn excuse. Like, we eat pathetic.
Oh,
Because you can't.
You don't
And,
need before
and I
the
dare
games.
somebody to. Yes, you can. or
meal
at least I
prep.
can't.
You can
still.
meal prep, I
can't.
guess.
But
No.
I can't. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think we could seriously keep a meal. I don't know when we have enough time to even prep it.
Don't.
Because
The
you
night
do that on
before-
Sunday.
Yeah, I do it
Like,
on
you just-
Sunday for the whole week.
You would have to.
Well, we're recording this most of the time on Sundays.
You're true.
I'm telling you. And look,
And
that's why I'm
after
getting
a
out of-
game, after a game, what do? I go
Head to
McDonald's
Candy Dairy
or-
Queen.
or Dairy Queen or whatever.
You don't know how
and-
many fried bologna sandwiches I've had
Yeah.
at night because I like them, which shouldn't, but I do. But I mean, like, it's impossible.
I will say
it's impossible.
The one good thing is when I was coaching in the OVL, here you go. Like, I would drop like 35 to 40 pounds. All you ate were hamburgers.
Yep.
You know, because you were fed by the visiting team. You know, you're the visitors. Home team would feed you. So it was like burgers and chips. But you would get there literally 5 hours before the game, throwing BP in 97-degree weather. You were on the turf for
you're
6
outside,
hours.
though.
Right.
We're inside.
I know.
we're
And then when you got to the season got over, all you wanted to do was eat some food and relax. But you know,
So
you're right.
I'm going to try the Mediterranean diet,
I've heard of it.
and it's not like a strict diet. It's just like it's good foods that for you.
It is.
and not just to lose weight. just to
January
eat healthy.
2027, he's gonna come back in svelte, isn't he? He's gonna be like the summer Mark Stoops is what he's gonna
I
be.
look like Mark Stoops right now.
We won't be in any hot dog eating contest with him if he keeps up with this.
Let's get to your number one.
I have decided that, and it really slowed down a lot. I noticed in Q4, my Diet Pepsi drinking is, and what people are going to think I'm about to say is out of control, and it's not. It's lowered. I have got to get that back up to where I am constantly juiced.
Well, no, why? We're talking about being healthier, and you're wanting to juice up more on diet.
Can I say this? I want people to realize this.
That's the dumbest thing I've heard.
Here's the crazy thing, all right? And how you don't have a Pepsi sponsorship right here on Beyond the Bench is beyond me. On a good juice time, all right, when you're going strong.
I'll tell you, at the Lexington, I was.
Right.
That's what made me number one.
How many Diet Pepsis a day do you drink? And we're talking about these. This is a 16
That's a 16.9.
16.9 fluid ounce.
Drinks. Aluminum.
How many?
You can't touch those lips.
No. How many of those
Heard
will
it a
you
million
drink in a
times.
day?
So, all right,
On a good-
there's two different ways. I will say this on just a normal day, non-game day, but a practice, because practices I go through 2 or 3. But I'll drink, so I'll fill this up right here, and I've still got, I don't know, I've still got 3 or 4 left.
How many can you get in there?
In 8. And
Will you go through 2 of those a day, or just one on the Yeti?
so if I pack this for 8, and then there's a game, I've got no chance. I've got to repack.
Wow. So we're talking
you go through 11.
11 to 12.
But I would
day?
say on an average, it's probably 8 to
So
9.
why do you have a little bit left in that?
It got hot.
So it's got to be a certain temperature.
Yes. Also,
See, here's the thing. I don't know if I can handle that much caffeine.
I think at this point, if I don't have it,
So
like, just start
here's
kind
the
of
thing.
tweaking. Like,
Let's just say the number for a year-long average is 9 a day. That is 3,285 Diet Pepsis in a year.
divide that by 6.
Divided by 6. 547
Now
and a
multiply
half.
that by 5.
What the hell are you? I mean,
2,737 and a half.
And that's how much money I spend Pepsi. So by God, how in the world?
I don't know.
That's me individually.
so let me ask you this question. What if they said we're going to cut that size out?
So during COVID,
They didn't. They did.
They did. They went to just cans and 12-ounce bottles. Just
So
those
what
little bitty
happened?
12-ounce bottles, and I hated them. I absolutely. It felt like I was taking like a shot of it, and it would be done.
You don't go to the 20 ounce? Or
So,
is it 16?
I'll-
Because it fits in the Yeti better.
Yes, yeah. The 20s take up a lot of room.
Okay.
And they get hot.
Yeah.
You know, when they're outside the cooler. But
It's unreal.
I'm going to get juice
I will
back
say
up.
this. And then for
Why do you
people out
want to
there,
get juice back
I don't
up?
know. It feels good in life to
for people wondering, we are going to have the live stream of the third region basketball tournament. And once again, we will have the hospitality room brought to you by the Audubon Federal
And whoever
Credit Union. And we will have Diet Pepsi for him. I don't know who stole them last year. There was a whole roll of not only that, bottled Diet Pepsi. Everything else was cans. There was a roll that said labeled Brad Payne's.
maybe they need to read the Bible.
They must need. They must need.
Freaking
We're-
thieves.
We're really long. We
Probably
gotta be
Ohio
back.
County.
We'll come back and we'll talk some more stuff here about. Maybe we'll look back
Ohio
at the top
County people.
stories of the year of last year. You're listening to Beyond the Bench, 102.7 The Game. Beyond the Bench, 1027. The Game brought to you by the Green River Area Federal Credit. Vic Evans with the 2 stars, Brad Payne, Matt Briggins, and guys, I will have to say, we'll talk about a little bit of our top stories of last year. One of the top stories of last year, how about just the growth of Beyond the Bench? You know, we were looking all up, Spotify does their stuff.
Yep.
Looking at the things. One is you guys were nominated for KBA Talk Show of the Year.
Should've
it's a
won
huge
it.
thing.
Big
Okay,
conspiracy right there.
I'm not getting into that.
Right.
But total audience,
yeah.
how about this? Total audience up 454%. New audience up 554%, and the listening time.
This one's huge.
Is up 639%. So
got to thank
Pepsi. I mean, first of all, thanks to all the great listeners out there. But Pepsi, I mean, come on. I mean, it's a whole new audience.
If y'all gonna pay, I mean, I will get it. If you want to pay me directly, I'll get a tattoo of your business. I don't care.
Please.
On your forehead.
God, please.
If they pay me enough, I would.
How much?
For a tattoo on my forehead to stay. I'm looking at 6 figures, 100,000.
There you go.
I would wear it. I mean, it'd be there forever.
But
tattoo. So like, I mean, if Pepsi, Diet Pepsi wanted to give $600,000, I'd put Diet Pepsi right there.
Oh man, they got the money. They've got.
I would.
F you money.
I mean,
because,
that reminds me of like the old boxing matches where they had the fake tattoos on there.
Be the best thing for my health.
Here's my question for you. Give me a couple, looking back at 2025, a couple of your top stories of 2025 in the ESPN Owensboro area.
This is going to be pretty biased. 2 of them that stick out. Number one is this Owensboro football thing. Evan. And then just the job that DMark did, along with everybody. I don't want to dismiss what Catholic also has sustained.
I think people forget Catholic how about this? Catholic and Henderson softball have been in the state championship game the last 3 years in a row.
It's something that I think at times we as a sports community, because this has a pretty wide range, can start to take for granted. Like I just now mentioned a great story being Owensboro football, and believe you me, it is. But again, it can get lost that Catholic is going on these monumental runs year after year after year after year, and they're sustaining success at such a high level. The second one being Nadley.
Regional title at 2 different schools. KHSA, the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and the Davis County one meant a lot. Because I worked there, but the first one in school history.
Yes. In a dominant year by them. I don't know if people realize. Like, just look at this. If you go from last year, 2025, you have the basketball state title, our regional title, softball regional title. Then the school, get the summer. Golf won the regional title in girls. Soccer won the regional title in girls. The only one they didn't win was volleyball. And they're going to be right there in the hunt for basketball and be the favorites in softball again.
They will. Davis and what Nadley did last year after a slow start. I guess you could say it was a slow start. It really wasn't. She lost some close games to some teams that were obviously better than she was. Than the team was, but for her to put it all together, and then the run that Zoe and Lily and Kennedy, those gals went on there was great.
You have a couple of stories, big stories for you?
It's just piggyback. The big one for me was just because he's a friend of mine, is DeMarcus coming back and winning the state title. Especially how people were kind of on them early.
0-2, blown out.
But you got to look who they were playing against. We kept saying on this show.
We did.
Like we said, listen, the guy can coach. Be patient. You're playing some really good teams. And he went out there and won. And here's the thing, though. You're going to realize, DeMarcus, and coaching, and you'll realize this. And, we joke about me selling my safe house. I was like, no, I'm not selling my safe house, because here's the reason why. Basketball fans, sports fans have short-term memories.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because it's all about what are you doing now. So you can reel off 15 wins and go to a region, then you lose 10 in a row, whatnot. They're ready to fire you, ready to get rid of you. So you enjoy it for the short moments that you can, and then you got to constantly bring it. But I will tell people this too. And this is kind of a resolution. We're talking about stories, but we get so hung up on wins and losses. in games. Like I'll be tore up if we get beat a game and close game. But here's the reality of the grand scheme of things. 3 years from now, nobody's really going to know.
No.
Unless you played for that team or you followed it, nobody's going to truly know. You're not. So, what I'm trying to say is we got to enjoy the ride a little bit.
A little bit more. Yes.
And it's, as coaches, we struggle, and fans, we struggle because we feel the pressure. Like, we got to perform now. I mean, we've talked about that on this show before, right?
Yeah.
Like, we'll have a show and people laugh, think it's funny. You're like, well, how are we going to do another show like that?
Right.
You can't.
But there's pressure even there.
You can't. You got to constantly. You're constantly measured by your success and how well you're doing. So
it's a microwave. Everything is microwave. Even this show, like there's pressure. Whether anyone wants to believe it or not, like I worry about entertaining and make sure, because I know you're not going to get any information from me.
But some of the stuff we've said has been spot on.
We have been spot on.
You should have jumped off the Chiefs bandwagon.
That's right.
I got to ask you real quick. Be quick about it. Game of the year of 2025. All right, go ahead. Game of the year. Can you name one off the top of your head? Either you saw
locally.
Yeah, ESPN Owensboro area. Game of the year.
My goodness,
that's a tough one.
Played in a good one against Grayson County in the regular season.
To me, I would say the championship game, other than you guys pulling away in the fourth quarters right there in the top 2 or 3, because for 3 rounds, it was haymakers. For 33 quarters, it was haymakers. We
went triple overtime in that regular season game.
I'm going to say, even though y'all got whipped, calling the game at Rupp Arena with Dan. That was kind of fun. Getting to call your game and being
glad that was fun for you.
This involves you, because I think the game of the year, how about you and I doing the regional championship game, Brett Meade? 10 innings. That game was unreal.
Awesome.
Yes.
That game was other than the ending.
Yeah, there you go. And then I'm going to give you a good one here. How about the best reaction of 2025? This is a no-doubter. All right, as we're going off the air here, absolute no doubter. It's Brad's Payne reaction when Castlin hit the half-court shot at the regional tournament. That is the best. Go back and watch the live stream. That reaction.
I just did it.
That's number 1. Number 2 was when you going to Natalie when she won the regional tournament and getting the hug.
That was fun.
But your reaction for Castlin's shot
should have seen it after.
Was us. Hey, these guys will be back normally Sunday next week. On the bench.
On the bench. Your home for Third Region Sports is 102.7 The Game.
Barbecue sauce.